does it keep doing that? Let's see here. And we're live, right? A little bit of an unconventional stream today, everybody. I'm going to be printing some shirts real quick, and I thought I might as well live stream it. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, how's everybody doing? Let's see. There we are. Okay, cool. I hope everybody's been having a good day today. This is, again, kind of an unconventional setup. I'm testing some of the IRL gear a little bit more. Let me know how the audio sounds. Hopefully the music isn't too loud, but we'll see. But yeah, sound great. Thank you, IOPS. Yeah, I have the little modulator thing on the microphone now, so I can turn the volume up and down. I am in a bathroom, GM Liquid Media. That's where I keep my screen printing press. So yeah, I really didn't have time for a regular stream today, given that I'm leaving tomorrow on this great big cross-country road trip. And so, yeah, I thought I would just go ahead and include you guys in the screen printing process. I'm going to be printing some shirts that I'll be taking with me on this big trip, both for me to wear and also for me to just kind of give out to people, give out to other paleontologists and people I meet along the way. Be a cool little token of appreciation, I think. I have no idea who I'm going to meet this summer or anything like that, so it's a good idea to kind of bring some peace offerings, kind of give out along the way. So yeah. Is there such a thing as paleontologizing merch? Rambo, there is indeed. You can actually buy some on the TeePublic store, but I'm going to be printing my very own merch right now. Believe it or not, that's actually how I used to make my living back when I lived in Montana. It was a meager living, but it paid the bills most of the time. Printing t-shirts and making other kinds of merchandise and stuff like that. Decals, pin back buttons, that kind of thing, for different museum gift shops across the state. So yeah, I've got a little bit of experience with screen printing, and I'm going to be doing some of that today. So yeah. Let's see, and Hoot House live streams, I will be going to Los Angeles, maybe eventually. I think, it kind of depends, but we'll see. Welcome, by the way, Hoot House live streams. This is by no means a conventional stream for me. I've never done one like this before. You should look at my VODs and, see the kind of streams I usually do. But I'm going to be branching out a lot over the next few weeks. I'm going to be going out on a big cross-country road trip across the U.S. Turn this volume down just a little bit. There we go. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm testing out some of that gear right now. It seems like it's working pretty well at the moment. But yeah. Anyway, let me go get these screens. They're over in the living room, and I'll show you those. So hang tight. I'm not going to bring the camera with me. There we go. Spent a good part of yesterday getting these ready. I don't know how well you can see that right there, but that is the negative color design for the Paleontologizing logo. I printed a few of these because I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out. I got a bad batch of photo emulsion again. Seems to always happen to me. And that is the positive color image. So all of the shadow is going to be in the ink there. So, yeah. Anyway, these are just going to be really quick and dirty shirts, because I'm going to be giving them out for free. But when I get back from this big road trip during the fall, I'd really like to print some proper shirts, and if you would be interested in purchasing one, I set up a command just for that today. So type in !shirts, and yeah, I set up like a Google form so that you can put your email in there, and you can be the first to know when I actually make shirts for purchase. So yeah, they will definitely turn out better than these ones, if I have anything to say about it. Again, this is going to be really quick and dirty today. I don't have a lot of time. Got a lot of stuff I got to do before I leave tomorrow. Yeah, let me go get those blank shirts, and I will be right back. Did that command not go through? Shoot. Hang on a minute. Let me fix that command real quick. Hang on a second. Alright, this is going to take a minute, so hang on everybody. I will be right back, I promise. Hang on just a second.
So you do dig up dinosaurs?
Wow. B Shade 626 and their two raiders wanna know what it's like.
Okay, Nightbot's kind of acting up. I'm not sure what's going on there. But try command !! T-shirts. And that should work. T, no space, no hyphen, shirts.
1,500 feet. And
so let's see if that works. And hey, holy cow, we got a raid? Welcome, raiders. Hey. This is a very unconventional stream that you just waltzed into right now. You should check out my VODs if you want to see how these streams normally go. But let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist, so I work on fossils. And normally that's how these streams go, is, you know, we go over fossil news, we do, you know, all kinds of, you know, basically I'm doing like paleontology outreach. So people have questions about fossils, about the history of life on Earth, you know, and I'm here to answer it for them. But things are changing a little bit in the next coming weeks. I'm leaving on a great big cross-country road trip tomorrow. going all over the American West, visiting a bunch of museums and field sites and doing events and stuff like that. So, yeah, and I'm going to be doing it with this live stream field rig that I'm using right now to broadcast to you. So this is kind of a test of that, and I'm also today printing some t-shirts that I'm going to be taking with me on this trip to kind of give away to other paleontologists and stuff like that, making some peace offerings. So, yeah, I encourage you to come back if you want some dinosaur content in the near future, or if you're just interested in science in general. I think this is the right kind of stream for you.
Long and 14 feet high.
For right now,
1,500 teeth.
I'm making some
And not a
t-shirts.
single cavity.
So stick around if you like the idea of that. And I promise you, my streams do not normally look this scuffed. I'm streaming you from my bathroom right now, which is why it's so echoey. But this is where I keep my screen printing stuff. So, yeah. And let's see here. Scott, exactly, Rancho, yes. Is the t-shirts command working? Exclamation mark t-shirts? Hopefully it is. I just tried to fix it. Hang on just a minute, let me go get those shirts, the blank ones, and I'll be right back. Oh boy. Urgh. That's a lot of shirts. Okay, I think I'll get started with some of these. I got a whole bunch of blank shirts in my size. Whoops, covering up the projector. So yeah. And let's see. What's the shirt that you're wearing right now? Oh, Logan, that's a great question. Welcome back, Logan, by the way. And also, greetings to everybody who's here. I'm sorry this is such a, I don't know, an unplanned, kind of spontaneous stream. I don't know. A lot of them are going to be like that this summer. But this shirt right here is one of my designs that I used to sell when I lived in Montana. Museum of the Rockies had this design for a long time. I didn't actually print this one myself. I used to have another company print them for me. But I wasn't really pleased with the quality. Like, I don't know, there's not a lot of detail here, the arms don't look right. It's a great quality shirt, but the print quality was not great. So I kind of took matters into my own hands and started printing things myself, and it seems to have worked pretty well. Dinosaur size shirts, Danny? Max? Yeah, my shirts would certainly fit some dinosaurs. They'd be too big for most dinosaurs today, most living dinosaurs. But yeah, I'm going to go get a few more items that I'm going to need to actually print. I'm going to need some spoons and maybe a washcloth or something. Hang on. Work. Okay. Some small spoons. And I need to buy some. Try some of this new brown ink. It has been years since I've done any screen printing, so I'm a little bit out of practice, and you're probably going to see some of that. But, yeah. Will I be shipping shirts to Europe? I'd really like to, Max, yeah. Here's kind of my tentative plan so far with the whole shirts thing. Is rather than setting up like a full-on like e-commerce store, which would take a lot of work, and I don't know, they always take a cut. Rather than doing that, I was thinking I'd just ship the shirts out myself, and you could send me the money via PayPal. I don't know if I'd charge more for more shipping or what. I got to figure out all the details there. But yeah. That's... Details are forthcoming. I want to make it as, like, fair across the board as I can. I don't want to have to charge more for people overseas, but we'll see how it works out. Yeah. Yeah, I need a dino tote bag. I could do that ferret faucet. I've done tote bags before. But yeah, okay. Take a look at these. We'll try one of these first. So if you ever wondered how shirts get screen printed, you're about to find out. Will be our first victim right there for today. So yeah, just normal like cotton poly blend t-shirt. And this is special screen printing ink. I've got some water soluble stuff, and I have some plasticine stuff too. Plastisol, excuse me. We're gonna start off with the water soluble stuff because it's far less nasty than the plastisol stuff. And Max, I don't know that much about screen printing. I'm not by no means an expert. I did make my living doing it for a while, but it was as a very like in a kind of an amateurish kind of capacity. Yeah, let me find an appropriate screen for this. Let's try this one. So again, I had some bad photo emulsion and all beat it up like that, but it's gonna have to work. And I'm gonna cut some of this off real quick. There we go. The lab coat needs to be on backwards to protect your shirt. Well, then it would ride up too much in the front. It's already kind of warm in here. I don't think that would work very well for me. This is like the only time I wear a lab coat, by the way. I don't think I've ever worn a lab coat while I've been working in the laboratory. I don't really like lab coats very much in the lab. There's other stuff that I can wear that works a little bit better to protect me if I'm working with chemicals that are kind of nasty. But I do like a lab coat when I'm screen printing. So, I've got this clamp right here. This is the actual screen press, and I'll show you how this whole process works. So you have to have a t-shirt on a hanger like this, and then it goes and slides over this part here. Like that. And then I might want to scoot this back a little bit. And B-Shade wants to know, how did I go about becoming a paleontologist? Honestly, it was more of a gaining experience than any kind of like officially gathering credentials kind of a thing for me. Oh, and I need some taper on the edges of this too. Forgetting my old process. But yeah, when I was in high school, I volunteered at a paleontology museum in Berkeley, California. And then right after high school, I moved to Montana. Went to Montana State University, started working at the Museum of the Rockies. Got involved with research and laboratory work, fossil preparation, and field work. Field work was really the biggest one. And yeah, that's just kind of how it went. So, you know, all of the academic stuff, credentials, degrees, all that stuff, it's important, yeah. I wouldn't argue it's the most important thing, though, to be honest. But yeah, you wore a lab coat to do a few dissections in college? Nice, yeah. I've done dissections too. I don't like them very much. I'm not good at that kind of thing. I get squeamish. But I never wore a lab coat for it. We had like smocks and aprons and stuff like that instead. Anyway, I had to get some tape. I'm going to tape around the edges of this real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, good song. Nerdy Panda, I've not done any streaming from the field yet. I'm actually still waiting to hear back about field work, but I will be leaving tomorrow on this big road trip, visiting different museums and field sites. But I've got no official field work that I'm signed up for yet. Still waiting on word about some of this stuff. Some of this is kind of how it goes during the summer. Let's see here. Actually, that'll be okay like that. There we go. How many people here know what photo emulsion is, or how it works? Just out of curiosity. I know we've got some very kind of crafty people here in chat. I bet Reno knows what it is and how it works. I had some travails with the photo emulsion process yesterday. You do, Barrett Fawcett? Very cool. Yeah. So photo emulsion is this photosensitive, like, paste, basically, that you mix up, and you spread it over a silk screen. You spread it as thin as you can get it, and then you let it dry, and you have to keep it in the dark. And then actually, like, expose the image. What you do is you take your black and white image, and you get it printed on a plastic transparency. Hang on just a second, let me go get one and I'll show you how it works. Alright, here it is. Let's see, I'll show you one of the ones that I used yesterday. Oops. Got two of them doubled up like that. But yeah, it's a plastic transparency right here. And you get the image printed on there. And then, oops, get those lined up. Okay. You stick that over the screen, like that, and then you expose it under UV for a while. I used sunlight yesterday, because I didn't have enough time to use like a proper floodlight or anything. And it's very imprecise when you use sunlight, as you might imagine. But it exposes all the stuff that's not under the black ink. So all of that stuff like gets encrusted in place, basically. But the stuff that's under the ink is still in shadow. And so that doesn't stay as well. And then you take like a hose or something like that, like the spray hose in your kitchen sink, and you spray it down until all the other stuff washes out, but the stuff that was exposed to the sunlight stays. So you get a screen that ends up looking like that. I hope you can see that in the camera. I can't see what you see right now, so. But yeah, Goldrath, yeah, same principle like in SLA 3D printing, exactly, yeah. The stuff that's exposed, is the stuff that stays, and everything else washes away, basically. That's the idea, at least. It doesn't always go according to plan. But yeah, so, got that. I'm going to get some shirts ready for this, and we are going to start our printing. Let's just go for it. Oh, and let me get my squeegee. It's an essential part of screen printing. It's the trusty squeegee. Use this for actually getting the ink onto whatever you're printing. Spoon here. I've got this lovely kind of earthy brown. Put that on there like that. A little bit more. All right, you ready, chat? Here goes nothing. Let's see if I remember how to do this. The muscle memory kick in again. But there's a flood stroke, and then a, what do you call it, a reaping stroke, cleaning stroke, something like that. So I'm just gonna go across like this. Cooking stream, Mighty Rancher, what? Nutella. It does look like that, I guess. All right. Lift it up. We'll see what we've got. Not too shabby. That could be a lot worse for how scuffed the screen was. Yeah, a little bit off center. I gotta be wary of that. But yeah, there we go. Nice paleontologizing shirt. Take a look at that. Not too bad. I'm not angry with that. Not at all. Alright, we'll put that up there and let that dry. So I'll be, I guess, curing these later. But for the time being, there we go. Just gonna print them. Yeah. The idea is to let the ink dry, and then afterward, once it's dry, you can throw the shirt in the oven for a set amount of time, and it'll cure the ink.
Wow, it's not the dinosaur we knew. Just look at that thing.
See, I may
it's
need to
not going to be
scoot the
friendly.
screen over just a titch too.
Paleo
Let's try
Y
that.
East Move, Paleo Y East Move, Paleo Y East Move, Paleo Science Shake.
Cooking shirt stream. Yeah, Taser. And thanks, Lordy. Thanks for that, GG. Whoop, why is that doing that? I need to pull this out a little bit further. There we go. That might do it. Alright, a little bit more ink. There we go. Alright, ready? Let's take a look at this one. Ooh, a little bit too much. It's looking a little bit flooded there, but it'll do. Yeah, it could be worse. Could be worse. I'm getting a little bit of a splotch down here. I gotta watch that. That means there's some ink coming through the screen where it's not supposed to. But yeah, I like how the halftone pattern is actually coming through. I was worried about that, and it's working. So good news there. Good show. That is success right there. Happy with it so far. It's taking a little longer than I would like, but we're off to the races. Putting some tape down here so the ink doesn't come through the screen in that little corner where I didn't want it to. Let's see here. There we go, that should do it. Alright, let's try another one. Nothing like making your own shirts the day before you leave. Exactly, Taser. I wish I'd had more time, but I always wish I had more time. It's just the story of my life. Alright, that should be enough right there. Ready? Nice. Alright, best one yet. Look Looking good, looking very good. Check that out. Not too shabby. I like that a lot. I wish the eye on our Spinosaurid had been properly rendered, but that's like one of the most important part of the images. But you know what? That's okay. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. I'm gonna try on this color shirt and see how that looks. Because a lot of the other sizes that I have that are not my size are in this color. So let's test it out and see how this color ink looks on this color shirt. I might switch to black ink, might kind of transition through there. The nice thing about water-soluble inks is that you can kind of mix the colors together and it works pretty decently most of the time. You can get like nice gradient patterns and stuff like that. Or you can just kind of transition from one color to another during the printing process. And you'll have some shirts that are kind of in between, and sometimes it's a really good thing. Alright, so let's give that a shot, see how it turns out. Flood stroke didn't quite get it through there. There we go. Let's try this. Ooh, that's subtle. It's subtle. I don't know what I think about that. What do you think, chat? Is that really visible? It is definitely subtle. We shall have to see. We shall see what we think about that. You like it, Ferret Fawcett? Yeah, Peculiar Princess M says, nah. Oh, and awesome, thank you, Nerdy Panda, for filling out that form. Again, that's just to get people's email addresses so that, so I can let you know when I'm ready to actually start printing those for sale. You'll be the first to know. I don't know how often it'll come up in my streams, so I wanted to have some kind of way of contacting you about it. Alright, I'm going to try transitioning to some black ink with the same color shirt, and we'll see how that looks. Let's see. You would love it if it were free, Mighty Rancho. Yeah, I suppose that's... I wouldn't argue with something free like that either. Okay. Getting the shirt actually lined up properly is a big part of screen printing too. That's something that kind of requires a little bit more practice than you might imagine. Alright, how much black ink do I have left? Am I out of black ink? Uh-oh.
What are you doing? Dig up dinosaurs?
Green, blue.
Oh.
Shoot. I thought I had some black
Draco
ink.
_ the _ Dragon Lord and their 2 raiders wanna know what it's like.
Well, brown it is then. Do one more like this. Yeah. And hey, welcome Raiders. Thank you, Draco the Dragon Lord. Welcome back to Paleontologizing. You've been here before, right?
Oh.
You know this. This is a very unconventional one.
Know what it's
Screen
like.
printing today. I'm in my bathroom, which is why the sound is probably not great. But I'm testing out the new mobile live stream setup, which just tomorrow I'm going to be taking out on a trip across the American West and maybe beyond. Visiting different dinosaur museums and field sites and stuff like that. It's going to be a really cool time. So I'm going to be streaming it, obviously. And I don't know who I'm going to meet along the way. So one of the things I'm doing right now is printing up some t-shirts that I can give away to any other paleontologists that I meet, any well-wishers. Yeah, I needed some more shirts anyway, so I'm going to be keeping some of these. But, yeah. Sound is fine? Great. 3 now? I'm glad. That's good. There we go. That's looking pretty alright. I think these are going to be nice. They'll see me wearing these for the course of the next couple weeks. And afterward, too, I'm sure. Yeah, so far, I think I like this a lot. But our real test is the other image, sort of the negative. This right here. I don't know how well you can see that. It'd be nice if we had like a white background for it. But anyway, yeah. So all of this white part is going to be white ink, or the lighter colored part rather. The translucent part is going to be white ink. So let's see if I can get that to work, because I feel like that's going to be better for just about all the rest of these shirts. We'll see where that takes us. I don't think I have any other really light colored ones to try out. Alright. Oh, I've got one. Let me do this one real quick. I'll use the remainder of the ink that's on that screen, so I'm not wasting it. And then we'll move on to our white ink. And I might have to track that down. I'm not sure where my plastisol ink went. There we go. Scoop up the remainder of this ink using the squeegee. And that should be enough for a flood stroke and a reek stroke. Let's do it. Oh yeah, more than enough. Oh, nice. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that could be a lot worse. Not too bad. If I really want to, I could even draw in a little eye on the Spinosaur. Just like paint a little eyeball on there before I go to cure these. But yeah, that could have been a lot worse. That's not too shabby. Alright, let me track down the white plastisol ink that I have. And I will also rinse out the screen real quick so it doesn't dry with the ink on there, because if it does that, the screen is not reusable. So, I'm going to take care of this in the kitchen real quick. You hang tight, I will be right back. Let this dry off in the bathtub there. And,
But the paleontologist
yeah,
field isn't narrow to what we
should actually
understand.
be right here.
On the contrary, we stretch our understanding to try and take in the universe.
I would have put it right there. Was I smart? Uh-oh. I don't know if I was. I'm either smart and very messy, or just dumb. Let's see. Oh, survey says, smart and very messy. Haha. All right. Okay. Hopefully this stuff hasn't gone off in the past 2 years since I've used it. We'll find out. It's so cool, Goodest Bucket. You have an education in textile chemistry. Printed a lot like that back in the days. Very cool, Goodest Bucket. Very, very cool. I have no kind of education in this, no formal training at all in screen printing. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos back when I lived in Montana, and I learned enough from that that I could actually make my living designing and printing t-shirts. A very meager living, but I made enough to pay the rent. Most months anyway. Doing the dino loop around Utah. Is that a thing, Lady Mutar? The dino loop? Is that like the Montana Dinosaur Trail? I'm not actually. I'm going to be coming up through California, and then shooting straight through Nevada, and then going through Utah to Salt Lake City and Vernal, and then probably through Colorado and Wyoming and up to Montana. And then after that, I'm not sure. There's a couple of different things that could happen. But we'll worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, I'm gonna get this to work. And Claire, let's see. House reveal. What do you mean a house reveal, Claire? I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment, and I don't think my roommates would appreciate me, why did I do that? I don't think my roommates would appreciate me, like, showing everything off. Also, I'd have to, like, cover up all my windows, because you could see outside and then see where I live. But yeah. Anyway. Alright, there's only a little bit of residue at the top. Man, I have a lot of this stuff. This is plastisol ink. It is nasty stuff. I don't know what it smells like. It doesn't smell the greatest. But this stuff I will not be able to cure with the oven. I've got to hit it with a heat gun afterward. But yeah, I'm going to set this down for now. But it is I guess if this water-based ink would be analogous to acrylic paint, then this plastisol ink would be analogous to oil paint. It's a lot more, I don't know. It's a lot to deal with. There we go. That's good enough. Put that there. But yeah, the only way to really get rid of it is, well, I don't actually know. I just wipe it off on rags and I throw the rags away. This stuff will stick to anything and it doesn't come off. So it's very important to not get it everywhere. And then it's basically a kind of like really viscous plastic goo, and then when you heat it up hot enough, it kind of melts into the fabric and sort of solidifies, I guess. Plastisol ink. It's interesting stuff, for sure. But yeah, let's see. Paint thinner. Paint thinner might take it off. I don't know. I've never tried it. Make sure I scoot that over so I don't drop a shirt in it. That would be a shirt lost. Very cool, Ferret Fawcett. You worked in a screen printing shop that used to print for Ralph Lauren Company. Very cool. Wow. I've got a lot of respect for people who do screen printing and do it really well, because it's not easy. It's a very involved process. There's a lot of steps, and there's a lot of artistry. That's so cool that you did that, Ferret Fawcett. That's neat stuff. Alright, again, here's this screen. This is my good one of the 4 that came out at all. I set up 6 different screens, and 4 of them came out 6 or 7, no, 7. 4 of them came out to the point where they are potentially usable. Alright, let's hope that this one, you know, since it is the prettiest looking one, let's hope it also works the best too. And James Kearney says, I missed how you made the screen. Ah, it's through photo emulsion. I might still have the container here in the garbage. Yeah, there it is. Actually, this is some that expired. But screen printing, photo emulsion. It is, yeah, it starts off as kind of a blue color, and then you mix in some photosensitive, they call it like diazo fluid, or diazo photosensitizer, that's what it's called. You mix it really thoroughly, you let it sit for about an hour, and then it turns kind of like a light green color, kind of a sickly green. And you spread it over the surface of the silkscreen. You spread it as evenly as you can get it, and as thinly as you can get it, and then you let it sit overnight, let it dry, and then after that you can actually expose the screen. You have your design printed on a transparency, you know, like from an old overhead projector or something like that. And yeah, that's how you expose the screen. You rinse it out, and yeah, there's videos you can look up on YouTube. It's the sort of thing that you can do at home, and I do. But it's a pretty involved process. There's a lot of steps. And I was hoping to actually make some new designs, but I ran into a roadblock there because my local print shop, the local like FedEx Kinko's or FedEx Office or whatever it's called nowadays, they don't know how to print on transparencies anymore. I bring my own transparencies in for a LaserJet printer, and yeah, and like nobody who works there knows how to use it. They're like, oh, I don't know how to use those. It's like, well, let me show you how to open up, you know, like this, and you open it up, you put it into the auxiliary paper tray, and then you have the settings so it'll only print from auxiliary, and then you set it to transparency within the settings, and then it still wasn't working properly. And like, this is stuff that I've learned over the years. They had no idea how to work their own printer. Like, goodness, it was ridiculous. They didn't even know that it had like an auxiliary paper tray, or that it had a transparency setting or anything like that. So I don't know. They need to pay their workers a little bit more, and then they'll maybe attract some people who have the curiosity to figure this sort of thing out. Those people do not make enough money, and it's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, anyway. No one hires people with skills anymore, you know? Well, yeah, and they honestly don't pay enough to get people with skills. That's really the foundational issue, I think. That's the real problem there. Alright. See how this squeegee is all covered with this white stuff? That is ink that is years old that I could not get off of the squeegee. So yeah, I gotta be careful with this stuff. I'm hoping this is not, that is too much. Shoot. Glue some of that off of there. They don't provide training to people to obtain those skills. That's true, Mighty Rancho, yeah. That is very true, yeah. And every time I go there, there's like one guy working the whole store, and there's like a dozen people in line waiting to ship stuff, because they do shipping and printing. So it's like printing is just an afterthought for them nowadays. I remember a lot of these places used to be pretty good. Now, I worked in a print shop for a couple years, and so I, you know, printing, photocopying, photo editing, graphic design, all kinds of stuff like that. And Yeah, there's a lot involved with those processes. Grab a little bit of this over here and put it on this side. All right, you ready? Let's do some plastisolic. Here goes nothing. Oh, not good! Not good! There's not nearly enough ink. Yowza. Well, this shirt might be a wash, but... Or it might be, this one might be a write-off, I mean. Not a good flood stroke. Okay, let's see here. Way too much ink. Not good. Well, it could have been worse, I suppose. It could have been worse. Misprints are special. This is true, I guess. I don't know. I wish they were a little bit more rare and therefore more special when I'm doing them. Yeah, but you see how they're, you might even be able to see in the camera how the ink is a little bit more, I don't know, it's got some topography to it. It sits on top of the shirt more so than the water-soluble ink. Yeah, it's not great, but you know what? That's okay. Hopefully I didn't flood it too much through there. Let's do another one. Let me do one of these. You really like that, friend of monkeys? Oh, thanks. Looks grungy, washed out? Yeah. Not my intention. But, oh, we can just say it was an artistic choice. Accidental artistic choice. That would be awesome in glow in the dark. It would be ferret faucet, absolutely, yeah. I've never printed with glow in the dark ink before, but you can get it. They even make water soluble glow in the dark ink nowadays, which I think is pretty cool. All right, let's give this a shot. There we go. Put a little bit more over here. Toward the middle, because that's where we ran out last time. And let's give that a shot. Ready? Ooh, much better flood stroke this time. All right. Not the worst. We're getting better. We're getting better. There we are. I like how that looks on this color here. It's kind of like grayish brown green. Yeah, could be worse. Could be worse. We're improving. Things are looking up. It's slightly off center. It's a little bit too far that way. Yeah, it's too far to the right. I gotta watch for that. It's all a work in progress. Man, it's hot in here. I like that color better than the light orange? Or the light, it's more of a yellow to my eyes. I think they call it goldenrod, that particular color of that shirt. I think that's what the manufacturer calls it. Okay, that is a little bit too far to the right. Let me scooch the screen over just a titch. That should do it right there. see. And very cool, Claire. Yeah, Lenina shirt, super awesome. And the white definitely does stand out better. Yes, that's the idea. All right, so let's see about that there. There we are. Okay. Ready? Let's go for it. Nice. We're getting better. We're getting better. Okay. I do like the very kind of lo-fi look to it. That's not too shabby. Check that out. Man, I remember back when I lived in Montana, when I first started making shirts and like doing that to make a living, it was in the laundry room of this tiny little house. Like, it's a house that was subdivided into 2 apartments, and I lived in the basement with my girlfriend at the time. And I set up a whole screen printing operation in the laundry room, which was a shared laundry room. And I was very lucky that the upstairs tenants didn't really mind. I have to like pull all-nighters sometimes, just like printing hundreds of shirts. I had it down to like all muscle memory, just moving really, really quickly. I could do like a few shirts a minute. Yeah, I probably got up to about 3 shirts a minute, 1 every 20 seconds, which is not bad. And that's with like having to make little corrections here and there and that kind of thing. Alright. Sometimes you have to do like a little spot correction. If some ink comes through the screen where it's not supposed to, or if like, yeah, this is going to be one of those examples, everybody. I'll show you what I mean. Anytime that you have like a big solid color on a shirt, you can run into problems. Like a big block of ink that's all supposed to be uniform. So right here, that is not really working out properly with the spacer that I have underneath the shirt. So I'm going to have to examine that real quick and see if I can do something about it. Yeah, because that's over here. This is too... it is too narrow for that. I'm going to have to find something else to go underneath here. What is this anyway? Oh. It's a book about Muir Woods. That's what I had as my spacer under there. I've got stuff that I can use that would be a lot better than this. Hang on a minute. Another one of my books would work. We'll try Lighthouses of Michigan. Let's see if that works. That looks like it will be just wide enough underneath there. So let me get something to wrap this in and some tape, and I'll get that set up. That'll do. So this is to protect the book from getting ink all over it, because the ink does go through the screen just a little bit and through the shirt too. Let me make sure this is actually, yeah, it is necessary. There's a lip on here that butts up against this, and it creates a gap between the actual plate here and the screen. And so I need something that can go in between and make up that difference. And this should work nicely. Arts and Crafts with Danny. Yeah, happy as Collie. How you doing? Good to see you. This is one of the many tasks that I have to accomplish before I leave on the big road trip tomorrow. And so it's a very last minute thing, but we're making it work. Apologies for the loud noises there. I'm impressed that the sound is, people are saying it's okay right now. I'm in a bathroom at the moment, so the acoustics should be just terrible. Like, getting way too much echo. But apparently, the microphone's making up for that, which is awesome. Alright, cool. Next shirt. Let's try one of these. There we go. It's good to have on the background. Oh, cool, Anina. Thank you. I'm glad you're having a good time. Sounds really good. Thanks, Reno. Yeah. Itemize it on taxes as advertising. Lady Mutare, first thing tomorrow morning, I'm gonna run to the print shop where I used to work and pick up some business cards that I just had designed. Not I designed them myself. I just had them printed, rather. So yeah, I will be doing some advertising. Can I write the car off if... I did purchase the car just recently. Can I write that off if I tape a business card to the inside of the windshield? Does that count as advertising still? Alright. That's gonna work. Alright, let's try this now. Ooh, smooth as butter. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Oh, man, just the right amount of kind of scuffedness. Oh, that's excellent. This is what we were looking for. This is what we were looking for. Oh, I like that a lot. That's very, very good. Ah, beautiful. That one's definitely a keeper. That's my best one yet. In fact, keeper. That's going to be one of the ones I give away, actually. Because it turned out so well. See if we can repeat that. Gonna make any to sell? I will be making some Gym Monster to sell in the fall when I get back. These ones are too scuffed for that. This is just kind of a really quick and dirty sort of print job with all these. The ones that I sell are gonna look nicer. This is just one of those things that I have to get done before I leave on the road trip tomorrow. And I thought, you know, I've got to get it done. And I'd also like to do a stream and test out the mobile rig, which is what I'm using right now. Man, that's a lot. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting two birds stoned at once here, so to speak. Because we don't like to kill birds around here. Alright. Oof. That one was all over the place, but it turned out okay. Slightly too flooded, but that's fine. Still a big improvement over those earlier ones. This is my second best one so far. Yeah, not too shabby. Alright. Making progress, making progress. I gotta find another place to hang these. I'm running out of space. Alright. This is an odd one out. V-neck t-shirt. This is gonna be one for me, I guess. Here, cross your fingers that this goes well, because this is the only one of these that I have. I don't really wear V-neck t-shirts, but if it turns out well, maybe this will be part of the regular rotation. There we go. And these kind of get easier as you go along. You learn each individual screen. Every single one is going to have its own peculiarities. So yeah, this is always one of those processes that it gets easier as you go along because you learn each individual screen's kind of personality, you know? Alright, last time I had some trouble over there, so I'm going to put some more here. Let's give this a shot. Alright, here goes nothing. Ooh, nice and smooth. Alright. Oh, that's pretty okay. Oh man, I like that. I like that a lot. Check it out. Ah, very nice. Very nice. So you're probably getting tired of seeing the same design over and over again. But, yeah, not too shabby. I'm pretty happy with that. So at this point, all of these are in my size. I gotta start thinking about doing some more. I've got a whole bunch of other shirts in here. I thought I might get to all of these today. That's definitely not gonna happen. That would take too long. So I've just got to do a nice sampling of each size so that I've got a bunch of shirts to give away this summer. I'll do a few more in this size, and then I'll switch to some other ones too. And how are my water-soluble ones are feeling pretty much dry, so I can go ahead and take those down, I think. I'm trying not to screw up the other ones in the process. This feels very much like it did when I made these for a living. It's kind of a flying by the seat of your pants sort of experience. I don't know, using a bunch of stuff that wasn't built for the purposes that you're using it for, and just any little slip could just screw everything up because it is such a, I don't know, it's a very precarious kind of feeling doing stuff like this. I'll be right back. I just got to put these in a spot to dry. Alright, nice. Okay. So I can scoot all these back now. It would have been smart for me to come up with some sort of spacer in between each of these, and when I start printing some more shirts on a more regular basis, I'm going to do that, I'm sure. Have little spacers in between the top parts of the hangers. And I'll also get some more metal hangers. I need to put that on a wish list. Get 100 laundromat style or dry cleaner style wire hangers. 13 Danny size shirts. Are there 13 of them there? Holy cow. Okay. Colors popping on the lesson? Yeah, Yogurt Girl. Not too shabby, right? Yeah. I'm so glad. This white plastisol ink was one of the best purchases I ever made. This stuff is fantastic. Alright, do another one of these. I'll do a few more in Danny size. And then I'll do some other sizes, and then we'll call it a stream. Should be probably less than another half hour, I hope. Looks good. I would turn the fan on in here, but I'm afraid that would mess up the audio a little bit. It's warm in here, and I always forget how hot I get when I'm screen printing. I think it's more a psychological thing than anything else. Of course, I'm wearing a lab coat right now, which that is an extra layer. But I'm also concentrating a lot more, and when I concentrate, my body heat goes way up. My body temperature goes way up. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I might look a little bit flushed too. I also need to make sure that I'm remembering to drink water. Let me get some water real quick before I forget. Hang on a sec. There we go. It is getting hot in here, Curtis Puckett. Yes. He wears many hats. I'm bringing 3 hats into the field with me. This summer. Reno. It'll be the first time I ever bring a baseball cap with me. I've never done that before. And I've got my Australian slouch hat and my sun helmet. I know you meant that metaphorically. I'm just being obtuse. Nice. That one felt good. Hopefully it looks good. Oh yeah, it does. Beautiful. Okay. And we need to get some more hangers. Check that out. That might be one of the prettiest ones so far. Very, very nice. Oh, I like that. And the art system, yeah. Australian slouch hat. Good old-fashioned digger hat. I've been wearing that hat for years and years. It served me very, very well. A digger hat. Crikey, says Mayor Space. How you doing, Mayor Space? Welcome back. Welcome to a very unconventional paleontologizing stream. I'm using the outdoor streaming rig indoors. And I'm printing some shirts. Let's see. How many people are watching right now, by the way? What does the view count say? Just out of curiosity. All I can see is chat. Can you guys see chat on the projector? On the bathroom wall right there? Can you see yourselves, chat? Alright. Let's get that a shot. Nice. Alright. We're really getting the hang of this now. And hey, Reno. Hi, Meat Waves. Is this red? It is, Claire. Can you see it? More than 1 million people are watching. Holy cow, Dr. E. Who did you bring with you? You have 1 million friends? Alright, that's a little low. I'd like it a little bit closer to the neckline. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I guess I'll do 3 more in this size and I'll go get some more hangers. 121 viewers. Holy cow, Paddle. Thanks for the info. It's more than I was expecting. Yeah, Dr. Ian is amazing, please. Come on. No commentary. Could almost double as an ASMR stream. That's so funny. I thought the audio would be terrible in there. I'm in a bathroom, for Christ's sake. So I'm glad it's listenable. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. So this is good. It's music to my ears. Good room to get flushed. There you go, ferret faucet. There is indeed a faucet in here too. Actually, there's two. There's the sink and the tub. And the shower as well, if the shower is considered a faucet. But I got no ferrets. They're actually illegal in the great state of California. So, I don't know. Make sure you wear a disguise if you ever come this way, ferret faucet. Wouldn't want the lawmen hauling you away. Any marmots? No marmots, Reno. No marmots in the tub. No marmots on leashes. No marmots anywhere. Alright. Oh, it felt so good and then it stopped. Shoot. The flood stroke did not go as planned. Hopefully I can still salvage this one. It's going to be a little bit too bold, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a little oversaturated there, but that's okay. Still better than all the earlier ones we were doing. This is still a step in the right direction. Look at that. Not too shabby. Yeah. Real nice. Yeah, nice marmot. You know who's a big Lebowski fan? Reno? My undergrad advisor, Dave Barricchio.
Orbital gun underscore gifted ferret faucet.
He works on like dinosaur
Orbital gun underscore
eggs
gifted
and nests
tier 1
and
sub to ferret faucet.
dinosaur reproductive biology, nesting behavior, that kind of thing. But yeah, he got a big like bumper sticker stuck on one of his filing cabinets in his office. Just a black sticker, and then just in big white block letters it says "Nice Marmot." That's a reference to the film The Big Lebowski, if anybody was wondering what in the world I'm talking about. Yeah, how's the music volume, by the way? Nobody's complained about it, so I assume it's good. Somehow, just kind of nailed it. It never happens with IRL set up like this. Well, we got pretty lucky. I wonder if that's going to happen again. There we go. Pretty good.
Really spectacular. Spared no expense.
Orbital gun underscore gifted Reno 420 underscore the underscore artist a subscription.
Yeah.
Orbital
You can
gun
hear any music,
underscore
Mayor
gifted
Space?
a tier
Oh,
1
shoot.
sub to
You
Reno
don't?
420 underscore the underscore artist. They have given
I
71
turned it up a
gift
little
subs
bit.
in the channel.
Okay. Alright. Ah, still not enough ink. Shoot. And had all these people watching and hanging out with no music audible? What's the deal with that? I don't know if I would hang out if there weren't something else to listen to other than me yammering on. That one was overexposed. Too much ink. I'll show you. Not great. Not great. And you could say, well, that's just like your opinion, man. But I don't know. I think from an objective standpoint, that is too much ink on there. It's flooded that too much. Be careful with this next one. Two gifted subs from Orbital Gun. Thank you so much. orbital gun. Holy cow, I appreciate that. Why are my notifications not coming through? Hang on a second.
Really spectacular. Spared no expense.
There we go.
Orbital gun underscore gifted Reno 420 underscore the underscore artist a subscription. Orbital gun underscore gifted a tier 1 sub to Reno 420 underscore the underscore artist.
How's
They
that?
have given 71 gift subs in the channel.
Holy cow, 71! Orbital Gun, thank you so much for your ongoing support. That means so much to me. It's a good number there, 71. And what happened in 1971? I know the Mongolian fighting dinosaurs, the Velociraptor and the Protoceratops. Remarkable fossil of these two dinosaurs locked in combat. That was discovered back in 1971. I think there's some interesting stuff in the United States space program that also happened in 71. Was that Apollo 13? Was that 71? Somebody in chat will know.
Really spectacular. Spared no expense.
For your born Dr. E?
Nerdy Panda 89 gifted Trappy Jenkins a subscription. Nerdy Panda
I won't tell you
89
how
gifted a tier 1 sub to
far
Trappy
before
Jenkins.
or far after I was born 1971 was. I like to maintain some air of mystery around here. First model year of the Ford Pinto. How long did the Ford Pinto last? Who was that? Freudian guilt? It's good to see you. Ah, the Pinto. What a time. When you could have a super flammable gas tank in the rear of the vehicle. Has anybody here ever seen the movie Top Secret with Val Kilmer? They've got a very memorable Ford Pinto joke in that. There we go. That is nice. All right, looking beautiful. All right, I'll do one more of these, and then we'll do the other sizes. I'll get some more hangers. Hang on a second. Like all the hangers I have, I think. Pull all my t-shirts off the bar in my bedroom closet. Let's see. Hanger's already in the shirt. Oh, I took the hanger out. Yeah. Yeah, Trend K, exactly. Trend K knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. So do we have a train this evening? I don't know, Nerdy Panda. I haven't been paying close enough attention to chat. I might have been doing this. I ran out of space here too. Shoot. Homies for Nomies, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hope your day's been going well. Yeah. They won't stick together that close? I'm hoping they won't. There's a little bit of air in between each one. Yeah. If they do, then some people are going to have some white ink on their backs. Hang there where the speaker is. I could, but it'll be at a weird angle. I could hang like two shirts there. Based on how they hang. There's a little space in between the hanger bar.
No hype train yet, I don't think. We can start one though.
Trip down memory lane? Yeah. And Lordy, thank you for those bits. I really appreciate that. Why are our notification sounds not working? Come on now. I wonder if I can go like that. That might do it. Oh, you hear the notification? Okay, I can't hear the notifications. That's the issue. I guess if you guys can hear it, then I don't need that. Let me get rid of that part. There we go. You hear it just fine? Okay, cool. Are the little, like, videos popping up too? They should be. My RTMP server should be serving up that stuff. But, I don't know. I guess I don't know until somebody tells me, because I don't hear it here. They are good to know, thank you. Appreciate that, Rancho, leaning in. Alright.
Dino Hype Train.
Man, this is going to be a bear to clean up. Not looking forward to this. There we go. Not too shabby. Okay. It was kind of a lot, but not too bad. This way. Let's see. Hey, TV Roby, thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm ready to move on to a different size here. Let me throw these out of the way. And it is so much cooler outside the bathroom right now. Oh man. And let me start taking some of these too. In fact, I can use my usual mobile live streaming tripod to carry some of these out. Go like this. Should really be going from the other side, because the other ones will not be quite as dangerous as these ones that are fresh, but you know what, we're gonna make this work. There we go. Alright, be right back. Okay, nice. Get these. Let's put that like that. Excuse me. That's good enough for now. see here. 90 seconds. What are we talking about right now? Somebody fill me in. Okay. Move on to a different size here. Let's do some larges. Hey, good night, Dr. E. Thank you for being here. I hope you get some great rest. I hope to see you again soon. Next time you see me, I'm going to be out somewhere out in the American West on some kind of crazy adventure. So I hope you'll join me for it. Alright, now when we move to a different size, it changes the whole dynamic a little bit. You gotta be careful of like where things are gonna sit on the shirt. Scoot this out a little bit. Hopefully that's still okay. No, it's not. I gotta scoot it back. I'm gonna do this all by eye, unfortunately. Still too far out. Holy cow, Jim Monster! 10 mystery gift subs? Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, Jim. Thank you kindly. That's wonderful. Holy cow. Everybody, if you just received a gift sub, thanks to the generosity of Jim Monster, and please let them know how much you appreciate that. And hope you enjoy those emotes. They're a lot of fun. At least I think so. I made them, so I better think they're fun. Yeah, everybody likes dinosaur emotes. And to anybody who's just lurking right now, I also want to say I appreciate your viewership. And I hope you will continue to join me on this road trip that I'm embarking on tomorrow. Gonna be gone for at least 2.5 weeks, possibly well over a month. A lot of that stuff's still up in the air right now. But I'm able to do this thanks to the generosity and wonderful support of people like Jim Monster. So thank you so much, Jim Monster. It's awesome. Little Cupidity, hey, welcome. You need a cool shirt? Well, don't we all? I'm going to be offering some of these for sale once I get the screen printing process a little bit more refined here in my apartment. These right now are a little too scuffed for me to offer them for sale, you know, with a clear conscience. So, I don't know, when I get back from this trip, then... shoot. What I said about these things being scuffed? Case in point, I dribbled some ink on here. Not ideal. Not ideal, but that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, when I get back from this crazy adventure, I can start offering these for sale in earnest. Once I get the whole process a little bit more polished. Because I'm very rusty when it comes to this. It's been years since I've screen printed. Okay, not too shabby. It's one I can give away over the summer. If you ignore this part right here. Ooh, a little bit off center. I mean, not super noticeable. It gets more and more difficult to center them properly the larger the shirt is. So this is a size large. And, yeah, that's not ideal. Let's get this to their side too. What do you do with the mistakes, Trappy Jenkins? Well, these are going to get given away during the summer. I'm going to be visiting a whole bunch of museums and field sites and who knows what else during the summer. And meeting a lot of cool people along the way, including, I'm sure, some paleontologists. So, I'll be giving these as kind of gifts and peace offerings. So yeah, that's the idea. And again, that's why I'm not selling these. These aren't really high quality enough to sell in terms of the the print quality. I bet that's evident just from what you've seen so far. You want an original Danny mistake design? That's all of them, Trappy Jenkins. Each one is going to be unique in its own little way. These are not machine manufactured. These are hand printed. So each one's got its own little personality. Yeah, and they will also have that, even when I do get this a little bit more streamlined. But especially right now. Ooh, yeah, that one's definitely got some personality. Oh, not ideal. Other way. There we go. Yeah. Could be worse, but could definitely be better. And Jim Monster says, will you be streaming from the field on this trip, or will you be taking a hiatus? That depends on whether I actually do any field work, Jim Monster. That's a great question. Yeah. I'm waiting to hear back from some field crews right now about actually doing some like hardcore field work. But at the moment, I don't have anything like any actual hardcore field work on my itinerary. So far, it's going to be museum trips, visiting a few outdoor sites, possibly. But I'm going to be going to places like Dinosaur National Monument, the Utah Fieldhouse Museum in Vernal, Utah, Museum of the Rockies in Bozeman, Montana. Might go up to Makoshika State Park in Montana, stuff like that. But yeah, it's mostly going to be like museum streams, and then, you know, if I'm either sleeping in the car or staying in a hotel, I might stream from there too a little bit. Just do some like kind of, yeah, I don't know, some streams like that. But I don't know, if I do hear back from some of these crews, some of the old crews that I used to work with, I might actually do some, you know, weeks or months long field work, and hopefully if there's, you know, cell reception, I can stream it too. But we'll have to see. It depends on a lot of stuff. So much is still left to be decided for this summer, which is kind of exciting. Alright, that's not too shabby. I like that. I'd like to do at least like 4 of each size. I've got 3 larges right now. Let me do at least 1 more and then I'll move to a different size. Enlightened Gamer, how are you doing? It says, if you had to choose a dinosaur for a dinosaur zoo, would you pick Conchovenator, Ostrovenator, or Saugon, aka Velociraptor? Enlightened Gamer, I'm glad that you realize Saugon is probably the same genus as Velociraptor. Yeah. I'd pick Conchovenator. It's got some really interesting morphology. It's got those cool quills on its arms, and it's got that weird, who knows what's going on with its neural spines. So yeah. And I saw that hydrate there too, thank you. Some water. Thank you, Nerdy Panda. And Little Cupidity, thank you too. Appreciate it. Cappy Kangas, you want a bunch of Velociraptors? I'm working on a life-size, hyper-realistic Velociraptor puppet. And I didn't have enough time to finish yet, but I'll be working on that when I get back from the field. And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be really neat. And I know some people in chat are very excited about it too. He looks like Batman? Who does low cupidity? What do you mean? Man, it is warm in here. Let me turn this fan on. Oh. Hopefully that doesn't mess up our sound too much. Who made it so warm in there? I don't know, Trappy Jenkins. It must be me. Anytime I concentrate on something like this, I feel like my body temperature tends to go up. So yeah. There we go. There we go. That should hopefully be okay. Yeah, not too shabby. Losing some of the finer lines there, but that's okay. Yeah. There we go. Now here's a question for everybody in chat. If I'm thinking about which sizes to print in order to give out as gifts this summer, you know, I've got smalls, mediums, larges, and a few extra larges too. Which size should I print the most of, you think? I'm thinking maybe large or maybe medium. But I don't know. Oh, and these are all like, you know, unisex, or I guess you could call them men's t-shirts too. It's the same thing as men's, I guess. Lit Gamer, I'm not sure where Concavenator lived. Coastal, arid, woodland environment? I don't know. You should look up the depositional setting Concavenator was found in. It's from, Concavenator's from Spain, right? From Las Hoyas? I think it was like a coastal lagoon that it was preserved in. That doesn't necessarily mean that the animal lived and died there. It could have been washed in or something. But yeah. Samogi, I did see a hydrate just a couple minutes ago and I drank the last of my water. So I'll have to refill it in a little bit. But I did just drink some water. I think you missed it just a minute ago. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, beautiful. Very nice. We're running unisex first. Large unisex first, then extra large. Thank you, Mighty Rancho. Yeah, that'll of course depend on... Well, I don't know, I'm also trying to think of who I'm going to give these to over the summer. Like if I find other paleontologists, or I don't know, other people. What t-shirt size do most paleontologists wear? I'm going to guess it's probably medium. But I don't know. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 larges. Let me do one more large. And we'll move on to extra large, I guess, so medium. And Trappy Jenkins, well, I'm going to be in Ekalaka, Montana, toward the end of the month for the Dino Shindig, which is this big event where people show up from across Montana and paleontologists show up from across the United States. And I'm going to be seeing a lot of fellow paleontologists there, so that's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, I guess you could call that... You say dates, it almost sounds like a romantic thing. But yeah, there are some calendar dates, which I know for sure I'm going to be meeting some other paleontologists, yes. You're going to PaleoCon? Sure, Chappie Jenkins, yeah. Yeah. I think the shindig has changed a lot since the last time I had gone. I was there for the second annual Dino Shindig way back in 2014, I think it was. And that year, they were still kind of figuring everything out. And so, I showed up with Denver Fowler's crew, and we got there like the night before the Shindig, or maybe 2 nights before. But I like pulled an all-nighter with some other people, just trying to get everything set up with them. And it was a lot, yeah. There was a lot to do. Anyway, I think that's the last of our largest, so that's good. I've got, what, 6 of them? That's not too shabby. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Where am I going to put these? Let me go find a spot real quick. I'm just gonna go put them on some flat surfaces, I guess. I might have just started curing the ink with my heat gun coming up here. Man, if I think it's hot in here right now, then wait until the heat gun comes out. Yeah. And let's see. Over 20 shirts now? Yeah, Reno. The plan is to do a bunch. That's why I got a bunch of blank ones. I'm just remembering how I used to do this back when I'd do like, 200 shirts in an order. Is I'd take the hangers out and I'd fold them just so in order to make some more space on the little bench in the laundry room where I used to print these. I might start doing some of that. Yeah. I can fit this right here for now. There's one. But yeah. Trappy Jenkins, 5 most important pieces of camping equipment? Oh, that totally depends on where you're going and what you're doing. My 5 most important pieces of camping equipment, aside from like a tent and sleeping bag and that sort of thing,
In the time of the dinosaur, this was a subtropical.
a good multi-tool can be a
home of the
lifesaver.
big plant eaters.
I've got a SOG multi-tool. SOG, like the knife company, SOG. My little brother actually got that for me as a birthday present years and years ago. And I probably use that thing on, at least on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis. But it's a great thing to have when you're out in the field. Alright, let's do some mediums. Hey Feral Terminator, how you doing? Good to see ya. Welcome to a very unconventional paleontologizing stream. Yeah. And hey there, White Smoke. How are you doing? Good to see you. There we go. How is everything, White Smoke? Hope things have been going well. No spring arm. Yeah, no spring arm on. This is like an old-fashioned printing press. This is the only one I could afford back when I was a starving scientist/artist in Montana. I could probably afford a better screen nowadays. Maybe I'll look into that. But this is the one that I've got. This is like the heaviest piece of equipment I could bring back with me when I moved away from Montana back to California. There we go. Very nice. Oh, that's beautiful. That is the prettiest one so far. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, check that out. Gorgeous. Oh man, getting the hang of this. Really getting the hang of this. Ah, feels good. Gotta treat it like an investment? Yeah. Let's see. Why did I have to flee to Montana? Traffy? Well, opportunities there were drying up. I wasn't really able to make a decent living in Montana. It was tough, yeah. And I missed California. But mostly the main thing was opportunities were drying up. Jack Horner wasn't at the museum anymore. They know, like, the graduate program at Museum of the Rockies, the graduate student program, dissolved. When Jack wasn't there anymore. And yeah, it's just, things are falling apart. I hope that they're able to get their act together and something changes. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get some sense for that when I find myself back in Bozeman at the end of the month. We shall see, huh? Why did it dissolve? Well, because the advisor wasn't there anymore. You could say he was forcibly retired. I won't go into detail. But yeah. And hey, Unofficial Soup. Welcome back. Good to see you. Very unconventional stream today. Ah, it was a good one. Nice. Alright, these are looking snazzy. Very happy with this. Larger themes, yeah, Trappy Jenkins. There's a lot there. And there's a lot of stuff that you won't hear about. From, typical sources. Stories I could tell you. Unofficial Soup, doing some screen printing. I've been hard at work all week, getting ready to leave on this great big road trip. Finally leaving tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I'll be streaming all along the way. But I needed to print some more shirts that I could kind of give away as gifts and peace offerings over the summer. And I figured, why not stream it? I've got my mobile set up. Can make this work. So that's what we're doing. There we go. I would listen to every story you have to tell me, Trappy Jenkins. I don't know. Some of those I'm not sure I'm at liberty to share. Definitely not in a public setting. But yeah. What sounds like? Oh, thanks, Trappy Jenkins. I like hanging out with you too. Thank you for the kind words. There we go. That one felt good. Yeah. Put in a private setting? Maybe, Ios. If you ask me real nicely, I can tell you some stories sometime. Holy cow, Looky Lucille. Thank you. For the 11 months, has it been that long already? Holy moly, Looky Lou. That's nuts. I really appreciate your ongoing support. That means so much to me. Can't get more private than the bathroom. This is true, Rotan. This is true. Man, I had to get one of those anti-fatigue mats if I'm going to be doing much more printing like this on a regular basis. I forgot how tired I get, just like body tensed like this. There we go. Anti-fatigue mat, Jim Monster, yeah. One of those squishy mats that you stand on. The ones I'm thinking of are, they're made of like a really heavy-duty foam. And they're black and they have kind of a diamond plate pattern on them. Like in a kitchen, there you go, Claire Burr, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Go like that. Alright, not too shabby. Check that out. Yeah, looking good. Except I put the hanger in backwards. Or the ones with the jigsaw dovetails. There you go, Claire, yeah. And Bailey Girl! Hey, I just enjoyed the vibe of your background music and play on stream. Thanks, Bailey Girl. Yeah, these are a bunch of surf rock tunes that I've collected over the years. So these are like personal music collection. They're all playing off of my computer right now through a Bluetooth speaker. So yeah. I've been pretty lucky in that they're all, well, if any of them are not DMCA approved, I remove them very quickly. But I've been pretty lucky. And Chappie Jenkins, I've never surfed, no. No, I'm not much of an ocean guy. You know, I'm very much a creature of the land. But I've got friends and colleagues who surf. My co-teacher, this year, he's a surfer. No dinosaurs in the ocean. That's true, Trappy Jenkins. Except for, you know, seabirds. But, you know, I let them do their own thing. I'm not going to bother them. I feel like I know a little bit too much about the creatures swimming around in the ocean to feel super comfortable doing that myself. I don't know. Has anybody seen that video of the great white shark in San Francisco Bay? If you haven't, Claire, maybe you can find this real quick. Just do like a YouTube search for great white shark, San Francisco Bay, or great white shark, Alcatraz. It's the security camera footage from one of those boats that takes tourists from San Francisco to Alcatraz. So it's just security cam footage that's like looking out over the stern of the boat. And Yeah, so just like nice, calm scene. And then, bam! All of a sudden, just there's this explosion of water. A white shark just like fully breaches, and it's got a seal in its mouth. And yeah, it's really, really dramatic. And the first time I saw this, I'm like, oh, very dramatic. There's no way this is real. But the video keeps going, and like the water just starts to turn red, and the shark comes back up, and all these people who were there on Alcatraz, like tourists who had just gotten there, they all run to the balcony, and they're all looking out, they're pointing, and people have their phones out and they're filming, and I'm like, okay, if this is real, then some of them will have uploaded this footage too, and I'd be able to find this and verify it. And indeed, it is real. And you can find other points of view of people recording the same thing. But you can find it on YouTube. Anyway, there are white sharks in the bay. And after I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know if I ever want to try swimming in the bay. I know I'm not going to get attacked by a shark, Trappy, but still, it's in the back of my mind all the time. It just makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. I know, as well as anybody, that there are more people killed every year by vending machines than by sharks. We're more likely to die from a lightning strike, or a pig attack, or from a falling coconut than you are from a shark. But I don't know, I like to, lessen those odds even more by just staying out of the water. Because I just don't really enjoy being in the water anyway. Ocean can be scary, and that's valid. Thank you, Dorkabok. This is true. I don't know. I've got a lot of respect for the seas and the creatures that live in them. I don't know. I'm very much a land animal. I love going to the beach and just hanging out there, but I usually don't go into the water. Good song. That was pretty neat, right, Nerdy Panda? Isn't that video crazy? Here, somebody post the link. You can whisper it to Claire, or I don't know if just as a non-mod, if you can post the link, but it's worth watching for anybody who hasn't seen that. Just astonishing. We've got critters like that swimming around in the San Francisco Bay. When I was a kid, I read a bunch of books on sharks. I even have some books on sharks, like with a focus on California.
Hello, I'm Sam Neill.
There's a great California natural history guide to sharks and other cartilaginous fishes
America loses them.
of California.
Forever.
And I think in that book it says, like, oh yeah, we don't have great whites in the bay. Carcardon, Carcarius, they always hang out outside the Golden Gate. You'll never see them in the bay. It's like, well, now we know. That's not true. Oh, thank you, Claire. You posted it. Excellent. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate that. See, Claire's on it. Alright, looking good. Mediums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is enough. I'm good with 6. I need like some more. I need to get some more bars for in here. That's what I need to do. And Trappy says, dude, sharks were swimming around when our ancestors were still swimming in the oceans. This is true, yeah. I think sharks actually predate the move from, like you said, the move to land. When the first tetrapods ventured onto land, that was after the evolution of sharks, which is pretty cool to think about. Alright, what I should do is like have these alternate so that I can hang them back to back like this. That would be smart. Anyway, I'll get this all down to a science eventually, when I get back from this trip. And have some time to think about things. know, there's some bamboo plants that are right down the street from me. I should get some, cut down some stalks of bamboo and string them across here. And then I can hang up the shirts on that when I do future screen printing streams. Yeah. And Trappy Jenkins, this is true. Bugs were already masters of flight. This is true. And that's pretty special. I mean, flight's a really special thing. Flight has only evolved, what, 4 times, I think? Yeah, 4 times in the history of life on Earth. I know I've asked this question a lot in the past. Let's see who can be quickest on the draw. What are the 4 different groups of organisms to evolve flight in order? Feral Terminator says all other animals decided to keep evolving. The shark got to a point and says, no, I'm good. No, that's the thing. Sharks are still evolving, just like every creature. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize, is that if a living thing is alive today, if it's around, that means it's evolving. Because it's like Denver Fowler always used to say, I think he's right, that really the opposite of evolution is extinction. If you're no longer evolving, that's because you've gone extinct. That's all evolution is. It's just like, you know, change over time. Change in gene frequencies over time. And so if you're no longer evolving, that means that you're extinct, you know? If you're still around, that means that your population is changing. You know, some creatures might evolve more quickly than others, or the changes might appear more dramatic, but any population of living things is always changing. It's just a fact of life. You can't stop that, because if you stop it, then they go extinct. Alright. There we go. Good. Got a little bit more off of there. Does this mean you're still evolving, Danny? Well, no, Trappy, not on an individual level. That's why I said populations. Individual creatures, like, you know, me as an individual creature, I'm not evolving. Evolution happens between generations. It's the differences between parents and offspring. That over time, even though if those differences might be really small, they compound over time. That's the engine that creates all of this wonderful diversity all around us. Ah, look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm glad I saved the extra larges for last, because these are the most expensive to buy. I hate to waste them. And I certainly can't wear them. This thing would be a tent on me. And TV Roby says, many years ago, a politician said there were not sharks in the saltwater lake here. A day later, a person was killed by a shark in that lake. That's terrible, TV Roby. You know the worst part about that is that the person who got killed by the shark was not the politician. Wouldn't that be some poetic justice? Let's see. H. Texacanthus. Is that Hybotus, Litton Gamer? I'm just taking a wild guess here. Hybotus is the only shark I can think of. I know, there's Helicoprion too. That's one of the few sharks I can think of off the top of my head whose genus name starts with an H. I can't think of any modern sharks whose genus names start with H. Just off the top of my head, Carcharodon, Isurus, what's the other one? Starts with a G, Galeotis or something like that. Might be a tiger shark. But yeah. How many other sharks can you think of? I can think of a lot, Trappy Jenkins. Oh, Homo Texacanthus. Interesting, Litton Gamer. That is I think a legitimate question, is like, not are humans evolving, because we are. You know, the frequency of our genes is changing, but there's far less selective pressure than there used to be on people. Life expectancy is so much higher, and infant mortality is so much lower. You know, we're not evolving biologically as fast as we used to. I don't think. But we are evolving technologically, and that's really like our primary mode of evolution nowadays as human beings. It's technological evolution. I mean, think about that. That's crazy. That's something that does make us unique within living things. Is our mode of evolution is kind of different from other creatures. It's super weird to think about. Here, put that like this. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, social pressures. I guess Trappy Jenkins. Well, kind of. I don't know. These are dangerous waters to swim in. Talking about human evolution and reproductive rates and stuff like that. So, I'm going to change the subject. But yeah. And Lenina, that's me too. I've only got a tiny fragment of one wisdom tooth. And I've never had to have it removed, which is pretty cool. At this rate, I probably won't. If it hasn't happened yet, it probably won't happen. When's the latest that people typically have their wisdom teeth taken out? Does anybody know? Because if I don't know, if it hasn't happened to me yet, I don't know if it's going to happen. I got to see the x-rays once, and it was so cool. There's just one little fragment of one wisdom tooth. I think that's pretty special. But again, this doesn't mean that we're more evolved, Lenina. Like, that's not a... The only way you can be more evolved is to be born generations later, if that makes sense. It just means you have mutations that some other members of your population don't. Although I still think that means we're pretty special. I really like not having to have had my wisdom teeth removed, because I don't really have any. I've got like 1/4 of one, and it probably is not big enough that it'll need removing, which is cool. Alright, not too shabby. Let's see, small, medium, large, extra large. I think these are some of the last ones. Very good, very good. Put this back here to the back of this one. There we go. Back to back. Yeah. I'm trying to think smarter, not harder. Let's see, 25 or 26. Interesting, unofficial soup. Okay. And your mid-20s. I'm past that threshold, I guess. So I might be in the clear. Tropical, hey, how are you doing? They're in a glass jar in your bedroom, your wisdom teeth? That's so cool, Tropical. My kind of person. You, saved your wisdom teeth. That's pretty neat. You never saw yours, Reno? Yeah. Yeah, and these are the XLs, Tropical. I would be swimming in this. It's too big for me. What a great song. I love this one. There we go. You have no wisdom teeth and you're 18? Cool, Krieg. Very cool. You mean you've had your X-rays and there's no wisdom teeth in there, or you haven't had them removed yet? Because by the age of 18, they should be in there, but it's usually not until later in life that they start to cause problems. Like in, I guess, like your mid-20s or maybe your late 20s, if you're unlucky. You had 3 wisdom teeth on official suit. Interesting. Yeah. And tropical, I don't have wisdom teeth. Yeah. No, it's not impossible. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are born without wisdom teeth nowadays. It's still fairly uncommon. I mean, most people are still born with wisdom teeth, but there are some people who are born without. You know, I'm one of those. I have like 1/4 of one. It's super tiny. I've seen it in an X-ray. There we go. Confirmed with X-rays, you only had 3. Interesting, Lenina. Cool. Yeah. Let's see, for this one, just sit like that. Okay. Cool. Not too shabby. Alright. I'll do a couple more of these, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Do I have any left? I've got 1 extra large in a different color. Oh, here's some more extra larges. Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 2 more. And hey, Hannies, how you doing? Yeah. CDO when the hanger goes one particular way, tropical. I'm trying to do this so that the ink, you know, doesn't get on the other shirt. Shoot, did I screw that up? Oh, no, I didn't. I screwed the other one up. Hang on. This is supposed to be the other way. Ah. There we go. There we are. Yeah. Now, this is a very particular kind of dance I gotta do with this to avert disaster here. Your wisdom was removed right now? And yeah, Trouble, I'm in the bathroom right now. That's where I keep my screen printing stuff. So yeah. That'll work. Is this the bathroom shirt of the room? No, I got my very own bathroom, Tropical. Not DOS. Not DOS. I had to remove these songs from the usual playlist because we hear them a lot in the welcome video. I'll probably do that when I get back from the summer. As much as I love these songs, this one and the 2 others that I have in the welcome video, I've got so many other songs that like I can afford to take some out of the usual playlist. Yeah, Solid Gray Fox's nice bathroom. Thanks. Yeah. Alright, see how that one turned out. That's okay. That's not the worst. And yeah, Tropical. Bathroom sharing horrific stories. Imagine sharing a bathroom with 3 other paleontologists. All of them male. Honestly, I felt like luxury to me just having a flush toilet, because I also spent the summer with some of these people, like where we, with some of these same roommates, doing field work together, where we didn't have bathrooms out in the field. That presents its whole, like a whole other series of problems. You get very good at like walking around a corner and you're like, oh, somebody's going to the bathroom there. Turn around and walk the other way. Don't make a scene. Alright, looks good. The red and black ones you did came out the best, you think, Solid Beer Fox? Oh, thanks. Yeah, just take a whole... Yeah, Rodan, that's what I'm used to in the field. That's the thing, as luxurious as any, you know, paleontological field site might be, you still usually don't have things like flush toilets. You know, you might even have satellite internet, you might have electricity. I mean, you might even have a camper that's air conditioned, for crying out loud. Almost never will you have flush toilets. Unless it happens to be one of those sites where you bring donors to. You usually want to keep donors as comfortable as possible. Ooh, nice. That is a pretty one. I like that.
Contains
That looks good.
all of the North American identified specimens of trout.
Yeah, check that out. Excellent. Okay. And I've still got some more ink on the screen. I don't want to waste it, so I'll print a few more shirts in my size, I think. And then I'll wrap this up. Let me find a couple more hangers. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the wait. I might as well do a few more while I'm here and I got everything set up. This is one of those things that's like, you gotta take advantage of it while you got it. I won't have an opportunity to print any more shirts for at least
Just
a
look
month,
at that
I think.
thing. It's not going to be friendly.
So yeah. And holy cow! Chili Snow Runs, really appreciate your support.
Yay, 5
Good to see you again.
Smiley face.
Thanks for
It's
the
been so busy
5
I
months.
haven't had
Holy
the
moly.
chance to stop by lately.
Been so busy you haven't had a chance to stop by lately? Hey, I know how you feel. I have been obscenely busy too, as of late. Which is why I happen to be doing this right now, printing some shirts at the very last minute. Before I leave on a big road trip tomorrow. Hang on just a second, let me get some more shirts. There we go. I don't have enough black shirts, so I'll print some of these. Alright. And Tropical says, so do we have the trip planned, or what happened with joining a crew? I'm still waiting on hearing back from some crews. But in the meantime, I'm leaving. Gonna be visiting a bunch of museums, gonna be going to the Dino Shindig in eastern Montana. And some fieldwork might pop up, but I'm not counting on it right now. I'm not waiting on that any longer. This has been a really weird summer because of COVID and because I haven't had a lot of time to contact crews because I was so busy with teaching. So yeah, just leaving and then we'll see what pops up. But right now, here's what the summer looks like so far. So, You listening, everybody? This is like preview of summer 2021 Paleontologizing mobile live streams. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to be leaving on this big road trip and heading out east, up through California, through Nevada, and into Utah. I'm going to be streaming from various museums and a few other places in Utah. And then after that, I'm heading up north into Wyoming. I'm going to do some more museum streams there. And then I'm hitting the Dino Shindig in Ekalaka, Montana. It's this big gathering of Montanans and dinosaur paleontologists. It happens every year in this tiny little town called Ekalaka in the southeast corner of the state. And then, after that, heading to Bozeman. Gonna do some more museum streams, maybe even stream from Yellowstone National Park. If that sort of thing's kosher. Gotta check on that. And at that point, that is when the timeline split. At that point, I will either be joining a field crew and going out and doing some field work. I haven't heard back from my crew yet, so not sure if that's happening at the moment. But if I don't end up leaving for the field, then Lordy is going to be joining me from Cooking with Lordy. Can we get a shout out for Lordy, by the way? She was just streaming earlier today. She might even be watching right now. But yeah, so if I don't end up doing field work, then I'll be leaving with Lordy. We'll be driving even further east, visiting a bunch of different museums, and then we'll turn around, head down to the Grand Canyon, do some streams from there, do some streams from some other museums and places along the way, and then head back to Oakland. So, either way, it is going to be a super jam-packed, really awesome summer, and I'm very excited about it. I wish I had a little bit more time to prepare, but you know what? I need to get out there. So, it's time to get my butt in gear. You've never been to the Grand Canyon? Tropical? I have been there once. And it was a huge letdown. Because I only got to stay for about 20 minutes. It's a long story. But, yeah, I was not in charge of that trip. So I'm really excited to be able to go back and spend, like, at least a day there. I'm hoping. It's going to be very cool. The Grand Canyon it's like a spiritual experience. It is incredible. Yeah. Like 30 shirts on? Yeah, Reno. It's going to take a while to cure. There we go. Nice. I think that's probably enough ink for that one. Put that right there, yeah. Now let's see here. And Nerdy Panda says, do you typically work with just one crew, or do you float around and work with whoever is available? Field worker to do. So in the past, I've mostly worked with Denver and Liz, with Denver Fowler and Liz Friedman Fowler. They're kind of a power couple in the world of dinosaur paleontology, if such a thing exists. Dino paleo power couple. But yeah, so I've contacted them. I'm still waiting to hear back. But I've worked with other crews before too. But the majority of my fieldwork has been with Denver, honestly. So we'll see what they have to say. They're very busy out in the Judith River Formation, digging up some really cool stuff. So we'll see if it might be possible to join them. They might even be coming back pretty soon, though. It might be a little bit too late in the season. I don't know. I've not talked to them in a while. So we'll find out. And Tropical, affiliation with the university might be an issue, correct? No, that's the beautiful thing. I'm not affiliated with the university, so I don't have to worry about any, like, contract stuff or anything like that. Yeah, back when I was enrolled with Montana State, for instance, there was, like, all this red tape, and it was just a huge nightmare. So I don't have to worry about that, which is really nice. And I lost a scholarship over doing fieldwork once. They didn't tell me until after it happened. But they're like, oh yeah, your tuition's going up by 50%, by the way, because you didn't go home for the summer. It's like, what? That can happen? Yeah, happened to me, Chili Snowhunt. Honestly, the scholarship that I had was kind of a scam, though. There's this thing called the Western Undergraduate Exchange, or WUE for short, they called it. WUE. And with this scholarship, if you had really good SAT scores, then you could go to an out-of-state school in the Western U.S. And only pay 50% more than what an in-state student would pay. And so I got this, and I was very excited about it. But I only realized after the fact what the whole point was. Where basically, they're trying to prevent you from becoming an in-state student. Because if they get even the tiniest whiff that you're trying to, that like you've moved to that state and you're trying to get in-state tuition, they snatch away your scholarship. And so that's what happened to me. I didn't go home for the entire summer after my freshman year. And guess what happened? So yeah, pretty scummy. Ooh, there's oil or something all over this. That's not great. Let me grab another shirt real quick. Be right back. There we go. Yep. Nice navy blue one. Yeah. Would the oil will still be useful for around the house or when sweaty? Exactly, Tropical. I'm going to take that with me, maybe. Use it as a rag this summer. Or washing the car, or wiping bugs off the windshield or something. Some good thinking there. That's why we keep you around, Tropical. And Barry Kirby says, that's the program my teacher recommended to us to use now that you mention it. Barry Kirby? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if my predicament was specific to Montana State University. But maybe find out about that before you, yeah, because usually they want you to keep paying out-of-state tuition, and they think that they can entice you to pay a little bit more for a little bit longer by kind of holding that carrot out in front of you. Because if you actually get residency within a state, they know that you can get in-state tuition. They want to keep you from doing that. They want the money to roll in. So, I don't know. I would say check on that school. Maybe if you can, talk to some people who are who go to the school and have a WUE scholarship, and make sure that they won't pull the rug out from under you if you decide to become a resident in state. But yeah, I had to take a couple of semesters off. Actually, I had to take like a year and a half off to get residency. It was kind of a nightmare. Just getting ground up in the gears of bureaucracy. Alright, nice. Okay, that's my last one. And with that, I will wrap up this stream. So let us commence stream wrap up. Put this up here. Not too shabby. That one's a little bit, it's a little bit too much ink, but you know what? It'll be fine. Once it goes through the first couple of washes, it'll crack a little bit. It'll give it kind of a nice vintage
Hello,
look.
I'm Sam Neill from Jurassic Park.
It'll have some real
Let's
personality
protect our
to it,
fossils,
in a good way.
Because if they're removed, America loses
So yeah.
forever.
Anyway, what did you do in the meantime to wait to resume college again? Saw the Gray Fox, did a bunch of field work, a bunch of research, and I worked. I worked as a delivery driver. I did like t-shirt stuff. Yeah, odd jobs here and there. Trying to save up some money for tuition. Money was always an issue for me in school. It was a real hindrance. Yeah, I'm so glad to be out of that whole system, you know? But yeah, must have been discouraging. Yeah, it was, but, you know, school was never going to be easy for me. I don't come from a wealthy background. Yeah, working class guy from a working class family, and yeah. Anywho, do we have any suggestions on who to raid right now? Let's see here. I'm gonna turn my projector off real quick, and we will go ahead and pay somebody a raid. Oops. There we go. I'll let that cool off, and then. Where'd my music go? I didn't tell you to stop music. What's up with that? Computer's acting all funny. Let's see here. Tom Thanks is on. I see that. I see some other people. Critter Vision. Let's go raid Tom Thanks, I think. It's been a while. Raid Tom Thanks. There we go. Alright. Thank you, everybody, for such a wonderful stream. It has been a ton of fun. This is probably the most fun I've ever had printing shirts like this. So I gotta do this more often. Can we get the command again real quick for the t-shirts? Fill out that little Google document so I can get your contact info, and that way I can contact you when I actually start printing some shirts. Anyway, leaving first thing tomorrow morning on this big road trip. I hope you'll join me. I'll see everybody very soon. And with that, you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the road.
The ponderous Trachodon, 32 feet long and 14 feet high.